show girl into the gardening show and not expect for there to be some blueberry and tomato casualties.
I love tomatoes.
It's so good. And this is the Mighty Mato. We promised they were coming. This is the Mighty Mato grafted tomato plant duo, and it's M50134. So also available on auto delivery. So if you do lock in auto delivery, you can get it this year and next year for that featured price of $29.98.
Child?
Ooh, you're getting 2 plants, 1 each of the big beef and 1 pineapple. Which one is that?
Look at this. This is the beef.
That's like a steak.
How gorgeous is this?
That's a tomato steak.
I mean, these are just absolutely beautiful. If you love something that's meaty, that doesn't have open compartments in it, this is delicious. And
can I try a bite of that?
Yes, you may. You won't get the whole thing,
that
shall I?
It might be more ladylike if you got it for me.
I'm trying to help you with that.
All the help she can get.
Yes, exactly.
Oh my goodness, Philip.
They're gorgeous, aren't they?
Oh, that is so good.
And I love tomatoes.
I would just eat these plain and sliced.
This says summer.
Wow.
Summer is here. I mean, if you want to have summer, you got to have delicious homegrown tomatoes. And my Lord, you better have some hydrangeas in your garden too. Your grandmother had the tomatoes. She had the heirloom tomatoes. She also had the hydrangeas. And we got hydrangeas that are as red as these.
Well,
but I love these.
And isn't it about, because we were talking before the show, it's about having that tomato that's grown in your own yard. It's kind of it's a source of pride.
Well, indeed it is. And because these are grafted, you will get tomatoes faster than your neighbors. And also, if you live in an area of the country where you have a very short growing season, you need for them to get ready quick. These will get ready quick, and also one of these will produce up to 3 times more tomatoes than a regular tomato plant, because they're grafted onto what I call a V12 rootstock.
Oh.
Because that rootstock just va-va-vooms it on up, and you can have tomatoes faster than your neighbors. Everybody's about, oh, I've got the most beautiful lawn.
Exactly.
Oh, I made a hole-in-one on the golf course today. Or, I got tomatoes before you did.
What about that basket of tomatoes? So wait a minute, what is a grafted tomato? If anybody's watching, they don't know.
Let me just show you.
All right.
Because, oh, by the way, this is the size plant that's shipping to you.
That is not a minuscule thing.
In case you were wondering. And it is grafted. What it is that there is a high-powered rootstock, and they graft on the heirloom tomato onto that. And by the way, don't plant it any deeper than it is in this container. And most of the tomato diseases are soil-borne. And so these are planted on a resistant rootstock, which means they're not going to get the diseases. Do put it in a cage, because this, my dear, is how big that they get.
Yes.
And I'm telling you, if you want a lot of tomatoes and a little bit of space, this is the ultimate vertical gardening as far as edibles go.
Yes.
Edible vertical gardening. Oh, Roxanne De Palma would be so proud of me right now.
Oh, she would.
Wouldn't she?
She sure would.
And as you can see, they're great in containers.
You know where these have been.
Yes.
To your point earlier when we were talking about the blueberries, you just can't wash them enough.
Right.
I mean, tomatoes, when I go through the ones at the grocery store, okay, I might find one on the top that's pretty good.
Right.
But then that one right underneath it looks a little bit haggard.
It does.
So you don't know where they've been.
It's not a good look.
No, it's for anybody.
No.
But if you grow them in your backyard, you know where they have been since day one. And there is a great shot of the big beef. You're getting one of those. And then coming up next is a shot of the pineapple. So what's the difference between the two?
The pineapple will have some pink in it also, but that, by the way, is my favorite of all the tomatoes. It is just incredible. If you've ever had one before, it doesn't taste like any other tomato out there. My neighbors want that. In fact, I have to watch them. They'll sneak over and get the one that I was saving to eat for the next day. But to illustrate my point about the grafted and the non-grafted,
this is great.
The grafted tomato is on the right-hand side. The non-grafted traditional tomato is on the left-hand side. You can see the difference. These are, because of the rootstock, are heavy feeders. Be sure to pick up our fertilizer for fruits and vegetables, and that'll va-va-voom these up even more. But these are good sandwich-sized slices. The pineapple, 1 to 2 pound fruit, and the big beef is big red beefsteak tomato, ideal for tomato sandwiches. And you know, if you've never had a tomato sandwich, Where have you been? That's all I want to know.
Oh my God. Do you put mayo on your tomato sandwiches?
Well, the way it is a vehicle for the mayonnaise. Because I grew up in the South. I'm the only person I know that would eat mayonnaise on corn dogs.
Mayo?
And I do eat corn dogs.
I love that about you. I love you more every time. Mayo or the whip?
No, not the whip.
I like that.
Forget about
I like
that.
that.
You can keep that nasty
We
stuff.
might be family.
Uh-huh.
So M50134,
Gorgeous.
auto delivery. Let's talk about why that's such a great idea. So you're getting your set of 2. Remember, you're getting one of the big beef, one of the pineapple. You're getting one each this year. If you lock in auto delivery, you're also getting them in spring of 2018 as well. Because, to Philip's point, there's no guarantee on what we're going to be able to offer next year.
Look at this.
So if you order auto delivery, you're guaranteeing that you can get them home because they're going to grow them just for you.
I just love these,
Wow.
and there's nothing
They're
finer
sweet.
than a good tomato. Who doesn't want a good tomato? You go to the grocery store, you know what it's going to look like on the inside. Not so great. Look at this. These are just fabulous. These are the varieties, big beef and pineapple. We've got the 2 here. These were your favorites. That's why we're offering. I listened to you. You said we like these the best. That's why they're here today.
There's Veggie Booster also available. So if you want to fertilize, you can. How often should we?
I fertilize mine about once every 10 days because
Okay.
they've got that high-powered root stock. You put the fertilizer to them, and they're going to go to town, whether they're in the ground or in containers. You want a lot of tomatoes in a little bit of space. This is the way to grow. Up to 3 times more tomatoes per plant than a regular tomato plant.
I love
You
it.
don't have to have a gigantic victory garden.
I love
You can
it.
have 2 pots, and you get both of these.
I think my line producer said there were more than 200 ordered already this morning. So this looks like if we have enough remaining that they will be on later on today on QVC's main channel. So continue to place your orders. $29.98 for both of those tomato plants that quite frankly are already at a great size when you get them home, and they're just going to continue to bear fruit for you because a tomato is a fruit.
Yeah,
It is not a vegetable.
and well, you lay lips to those, and you'll see what it's all about because they are delicious.
Oh my goodness, I love it. Hey, it's 5:30 in the morning on the East Coast. Good morning, everybody. How about some 2-piece Julia Child Rose